But as I said, with the making of this generation, or the making of a miracle, it takes certain things. Let me get back to grandma again. And when grandma made that cake, grandma had certain ingredients. Now you get it. I think you add 3 eggs and a little bit of water. Or a little bit of that. You know how it is. See, y'all know about heart. You can tell me how many ounces on the box. Just by show of hands, who still makes cakes from scratch? Raise your hand. Look at that. Marika, you know you lying. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Look at that. But the point I'm making is that grandma would get in there with those ingredients. And hear me now. Grandma knew with those ingredients, she had to get it and she put it in the pot. And she didn't have no blender. All she had was a fat arm. She had that little meat back there. How many can testify? Let me see. Look at the arms waved. There you go. They got them there. They had the little meat back there, and she would whip it. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. See, now you just sit there and blend it, and I'll say, let me have the blender and all that stuff. Grandma, all you had was a spoon, baby. And grandma put it on her side, and she'll walk in the living room. God Almighty. See, she knew that what right now looked like a mess, but when I keep on stirring it, I watched my grandmama when she would start to stir it. Flour was all on the side of the bowls, and I'm sitting there saying, that look nasty. I ain't putting there and licking that flour. But grandma said, just keep on waiting, because when I get through with it, it's going to be smooth. Good God Almighty. Anybody that's going through pure Hades, which means hell, anybody that's going through pure Hades right now, I dare you to just imagine there and say, God is working this thing together. God is stirring it up right now, and it may not feel good right now, but when it's all said and done, I'm going to lick the spoon. Good God Almighty. David said it was good that I've been afflicted, because David tasted the cake once it came out the oven, but it may not feel good when you put everything in that pot. But when God get through working your pain, when God get through working your tears, when God, good God Almighty, oh somebody, grandma takes flour. And don't let me get on pancakes, because she really makes some good home-made pancakes made from scratch. But when God says, you know what, I'm going to put some of your tears in there, your disappointments, I'm going to put that in there. That's part of the ingredients. Your letdowns, I'm going to put that in there. The people who broke your heart and you just soaked your pillow all night long, that's in there too. Them broke moments where you couldn't pay your bills and you messed around and had double interest, that's going to be in there too. All them back pains that you've been having, that's in there too. All them children that been cussing you out and disrespecting you, that's in there too. The loss of your loved one, that's in there too. The loss of your job, that's in there too. The loss of your Social Security, that's in there too. The loss of your unemployment, that's in there too. The loss of your disability, that's in there too. The loss of your case, that's in there too. God Almighty. It's in there, baby. It's in there. I've been talking about you. Can I talk about me? The loss of my members, that's in there too. The loss of my money, that's in there too. The loss of my cars, that's in there too. The loss of my home, that's in. Oh, God Almighty. Somebody say it's in there. Oh, but when God get through whipping that stuff together, when God get through putting all those ingredients together, oh, be seated. Be seated. He gonna whip it together. He gonna smooth it out. And then people gonna look over at you and say, you look much better than you did a few years ago. They're gonna say you look better, but they don't know the best. I am better, but you ain't seen my best. My best is yet to come, because after he smooth it out, he gonna position me in a place. He gonna suspend me Let me just stay here for a second. I'll get back to Elijah in a minute. He's going to put you in a heated place, and he's going to suspend you. No hands on you. But he use your environment to heat you. He didn't put you on the bottom shelf because he don't want you dependent on them. He didn't put you on the top because jokers will let you down. But he'll put you in a place, good God Almighty, he'll put you in a place where nothing else is holding you up, but your situations is heating you up, and your God is building you up. You ain't telling me nothing in this house that I don't already know. That my God is using my situations and my environment to make my dough rise, baby. God is going to cause me to blow up in this place. Somebody say, I'm about to blow up. And when I'm going to put that, I don't know how I do now, because we ain't had none in a while. We had a cake cooked at the house in a while. Message. But he'll put you in there, and grandma say, don't go in the kitchen. You can run out here in the backyard, you can run over here, don't go in the kitchen. Because I don't need too much disturbance around this cake right now. The slight disturbance can make it fall. That's when you better learn to go in your secret closet and cut off some joking. Let God Almighty. I want you to hear this. I felt something in my spirit that God said, it's some folks, I don't want them talking to you because you are in a heated place, but you need to cut off every disturbance. I'm glad you're listening this morning. Cut off every disturbance, because if you hear the words of your enemy, they come with weight and they will make you fall. But God says, move on out of my kitchen and let nothing but God come up in your business, and let the Lord cause you to rise. We run to the door. I remember running to the door. Don't come in my kitchen. I look around. Mama, grandma, big mama. Where we call her? Big mama. Big mama, where the cake at? She said, I got it put away in the oven. That means sometimes people are going to look for you where you normally would be, and you shouldn't answer their calls. Who did I say that to in here? Raise your hand if I'm talking to you. You better not answer their call. It's sometimes God got you incubated. God got you sitting back, nobody but him, because God says, yeah, I don't want you hanging out tonight with Sally. I don't want you fooling over there with nobody else. I want you off by myself, because I am making you through this furnace of affliction. I am building you. Let me get to the point so I can get back to my story. He says that I'm building you in there. I'm going to cause you to rise. I'm going to cause the substance that don't look like it's in there. I'm going to cause it to be tangible. I'm going to cause it to come to fruition. And once it comes to fruition, I pull you out the oven. It don't take Einstein to figure this out. I set you there and I let you chill for a moment. And then when I let you chill for a moment, I'm going to slice you up. But before I slice you up, I got to put some icing on you. The icing is known in 2008 as the bling. I know some of y'all like them pound cakes that don't have icing, but I like icing on my stuff. I don't mind God giving me some 24s.
You ain't never seen a church boy riding with the top down, swerving. Everybody see me bend the curve. Every whip on 24s, every crib got 50 doors. Don't get nervous, paying time finally paid off. You ain't never seen a church boy riding with the top down, swerving. Everybody see me bend the curve. Every whip on 24s, every crib got 50 doors. Don't get nervous, paying time finally paid off.